Talk a little bit how practice has gone this week with you guys.
Good. We're getting better. We're focusing on getting better each day, each week. I thought last week practice was good, and then I think the running backs got better in the game on Saturday. We played better than we did the week before, and we just got to keep doing that. We got to keep compound interest every day, get better, and now it's Big Ten play. The preseason's over. Now we got to get going in interleague play on the road. We got to be able to play well on the road. We got to be able to finish.
What have you seen from Illinois' defense? Anything scary with them?
Well, they're a lot better. I mean, obviously Coach Smith is a really good coach defensively, and they've made some little tweaks to it. They're physical. They're where they're supposed to be. They know what their issues were in the off season. They went and kind of tweaked it a little bit to where they're playing at a pretty good clip. So we know where they're going to be. We just got to go out and execute.
Sorry if this was the first question, I missed it, but what steps did you see Diedrich take, this last week, or did you like what you saw?
Yeah, I thought he was more patient. If you saw, I thought his footwork was better, his shoulders were more square, so I thought he was able to hit a backside cut or two, which against Colorado we didn't. Obviously, we got to hold on the football. We can't turn the ball over. I don't care if you run 60 yards. We run a tempo play. You better line back up and keep that thing protected. But I definitely think he made a lot of improvement. He picked up a blitz nice coming off the edge and then scored on the next play. He ran through the smoke on that one zone play that probably week one he wouldn't have. We probably would have got tackled. So it's progress, with him and all of our guys. I mean, I just want to see us getting better. And when you put together a string of practices and games, we're just going to keep getting better here. That's what's going to happen.
You sense this team is kind of excited to go back on the road again and finish one out on the road?
Absolutely. Well, we're excited for Big Ten play, number one. Preseason's over, and we can get on the road. Illinois, they're a much improved team. They got really good players. They're looking at it saying, hey, we beat Nebraska. We're 1-0 in the league. But we got to be able to go on the road and finish and play well. A night game, I'm sure that'll be packed. They're selling it as their big game, their home opener for the Big Ten. And, in order to go to Indianapolis, you got to be able to go on the road and win.
What did you see from Vermeer? Just him getting some extended action.
Really good. I thought he made a nice jump cut and then got back vertical and had a 4 or 5, whatever that was, 5-6 yard gain. Ramirez is getting better every day. I'm telling you, he's a guy that can do some things, and I want to keep getting him going and going and going because he brings that speed element, and he's getting better with all of his reads and his cuts and his assignments, and he really likes football. So I have no qualms putting him in. I just want to keep seeing it in practice, but I absolutely think in Big Ten play he can help our football team, and I think he will help our football team in a critical moment. He's going to make a big run or a big play.
Is he at all a redshirt consideration kind of guy, or is he someone you feel like you guys?
Well, you never know. In my mind, I'm getting him to where he can help our football team, early on and in the first half. But I don't make that decision. I'm just going to get him ready to play, and we'll see what happens. I mean, but I think he can help us this year, just because it's now we're starting Big Ten play. It's big boy league. You need every guy you have that can help your football team.
With that 4-game rule, is that something you guys look at week to week, or is it something you kind of wait? Okay, he's at 3 games. He's played 3 games. He's close to that. We got to kind of make a decision. How do you handle that process, I guess?
Well, you have your pool of guys that you would like to redshirt if possible, and so you look at that, and then you kind of project. Okay, this guy could play here, here, and here, barring injuries and health, and then we can use this guy for here, here, and here. So we don't want them all to play at once, because then you got to spread it out a little bit. So there's strategy involved in it, and so we look at the guys that we really would like to redshirt if possible, and then we kind of strategize it to where we project this guy in this pot of games, this pot of games, this pot of games.
Is Ronald?
Two more guys. Is it overthinking it to assume that you guys or wonder if you guys are looking? You look at matchups, hey, Vermeer or this player, he might be able to give us something against this specific team. You go that deep into it when you try to strategize who's going to play when?
You could. There is talk of that. The number one thing we look at with these guys is on special teams, right? Just because the wear and tear on your guys throughout the season, on your starters on defense when they're playing on defense and then playing a lot on special teams, that wears you out over time. But if you can get a guy, well, here he can be a 4-core guy, help us give a guy a break here, play here, start here, and it doesn't go down a level in terms of because you don't want to sit there and mass substitute. That's we've been playing really good on special teams. I think we've all noticed, but it's because of consistency. But if we can put a guy in that can help us in that, and then if the matchup thing works out, whether it's offense or defense or depth or whoever we're playing, I think we'll look at that as a strategy on certain positions for sure, depending on what they do either side of the ball.
Anything else, Chris?
You talked about kind of putting guys in pods. Is Ronald, do you view him as maybe like a late season kind of pod guy, like after the first bye, or could he get involved earlier than that? Or
I probably not. We'll see what happens. I think we're just being smart with him, just making sure that we don't do anything to set him back. So at this point, I don't know what will happen, but I would say he's probably not going to get much. So we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Yep. Cool.